What's up, traders? Tom Crown here, World Champion of Technical Analysis 2021. And today, we're going to be looking at a chart you guys have shown overwhelming support for. Finally time that I made the video. QNT. Quant is a project aimed at solving a problem that plagues crypto, bridging the real world and physical objects and traditional data feeds with blockchain technology. They're tackling this issue by creating an overledger. Without getting too complicated, an overledger is essentially a layer running on top of existing chains that enables data to be signed at the source to provide the most secure and trusted method for validating data without a trusted third party. Their aim is less at retail and more at developers, creating an app store-like model similar to Apple or Google Play. But instead of centralized applications, of course, they're aiming to offer blockchain-enabled MApps or MApps, multi-chain applications. Quant is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, but aims to be blockchain agnostic. Their goal is to create essentially a web in which all blockchains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, whatever it is, will be able to mesh not only with each other, but centralized oracles and API. Quant has no inflationary mechanism and thus has a fixed supply. That supply is 14.6 million. About 10 million of those coins sit in public wallets and the rest are held via the founders, advisors, and company reserve. That's more than we usually get into on the fundamentals of coins. So it's that time. Smash the likes and subscribes. Check out the links in the video description below, and let's get into the content. Our trading history starts back in June of 21, but to my knowledge, this coin has been traded since 2018. Starting on the weekly here, one value stands out, $176 as a significant price point. This was really the first pullback we saw on a large run before trading to an all-time high in September at $428. What catches my eye here on Quant, in the last 2 weeks, we can see that the candle closes and opens have respected this $175 level very closely. November 29th's weekly candle we saw close virtually at this level. This was our first sign that 175 was a critical level to this chart. Last week didn't see as much buying as I'm sure some of you had hoped, but did manage to close above 175. And this week, right now, we are trading directly at this macro level. When we zoom into the daily, I think it becomes clear just how important this level is. After multiple days of testing it as resistance back here in August, it finally was able to break out, and we've seen what is one of the most painful patterns in crypto, the slow bleed. Luckily, with pain typically comes reward. When charts sell off in that slow bleed fashion, I often consider this a positive sign. The reason being is lacking dead cat bounces of significance on the way down. Strong resistance levels are not created. On December 11th, QNT closed the daily candle with a 24% gain, retaking 175, briefly trading up to 250, though today it has sold off. We do see prices slowing down around a very specific price point. With several hours left in the trading day, this chart is still up in the air. I'm going to be looking for a close above $175. If that's accomplished, I believe there's some upside in the short term. Using our Fibonacci retracement tool, we see our golden pocket sitting at $284. I believe this to be a logical and probable move. For many days, QNT consolidated around this level before dropping lower. This suggests that there is liquidity at this level, and typically markets follow liquidity. In the more bearish scenario of closing below 175, we may expect to find support from our previous peak in consolidation back in August, our most recent swing low in December at $150. This is also a psychological number. What's more important here than today's close is the weekly close. We could easily see trading down to 150. Using our Fibonacci extension tool, we may even suggest 111. Well, I don't believe that's the probable outcome. It's all but irrelevant if the weekly can close above 175. To summarize, we don't have reversal signals on our indicators quite yet, though to be fair, that is commonly the case at local swing lows. We don't want to see QNT close a bearish engulfing candle, especially after so perfectly respecting August's resistance. Overall, I think there's a risk to reward play here that makes sense. And now, as a special treat for all of you who have sat through this video, we'll do some moon targets. If our weekly support holds and the bulls are able to push past that 618 retrace level at about 300, past the all-time high, we can get some very interesting numbers using our Fibonacci extension tool. Our 1618 is sitting at 830. Our measured move target suggests that as high as 1,250 is not impossible for this bull run cycle peak. Shout out to all the QNT fans out there. Loved your engagement today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Happy trades, fam. Crown out.